Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honors unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This is another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. What I have here is an article from SwiftHeadline.com, which says, Rioters fight Brussels police, smash headquarters of EU Foreign Service. Okay, from January 23rd, 2022. So more and more riots, protests, skirmishes, and clashes between citizens of these different governments and law enforcement, which is a telltale sign of the end of this society. So I'm gonna jump right into it, where it says, let's see here. It says protests in Brussels against restrictions spiraled into violence on Sunday as protesters clashed with police officers and vandalized the offices of the European External Action Service, the EU's diplomatic arm. In one of the largest demonstrations against measures in the city, an estimated 50,000 people poured into the streets, including groups traveling from outside Belgium, according to a police spokesperson. The demonstration was organized by the EU-wide network Europeans United for Freedom and other groups that oppose health restrictions. Police used tear gas and water cannons to clear the Cinquantenaire Park near the EU institutions after groups of protesters threw objects at officers. Live footage showed protesters at street level hurling metal fences and a burning dustbin at policemen below them in the entrance to a metro station. An escalator was later shown burning. So these people are fed up, man. Okay? These people are fed up with the rulers of this world. Okay? Because of what's, been going on worldwide for the last, year and a half or so now, people are basically getting more anxious, anxieties at an all-time high, distrust in leadership is at an all-time high, along with distrust of each other is at an all-time high. Media, plus, different, shortages as well. So people are at are pretty much at a boiling point. Okay. All right. So this is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And when you have to hurl fences at police officers and you have to build a coalition against certain laws and things like that, then you have a very sorrowful spirit, okay? Because of your rulers. You're mourning, you're sad, you're not happy. Life isn't going as planned, And that's because the wicked, which are the Edomites, right, so-called white people, all right, they are in rule of the earth. So the people around the world are mourning, okay? They're in control of the major governments, okay? So what we're seeing here is people getting ready to snap, all right? Whether it's in Brussels, whether it's here in America, whether it's in Africa, South America, okay, Asia, all these different people are ready to do something about what the people that they so-called voted into office are doing. Talks of coups, military takeovers, all right? Now there's this movie where the brothers always, watch and references. One is called Bushwick, which was basically about a lockdown really all over the country. But in Bushwick, in Brooklyn, in New York, there were, basically different militia groups taking over where the government failed. I believe it started in Texas, and then you had them basically taking over different streets and cities um, all across the country. Okay? So now let's go to the Apocrypha. All right? And that movie, what it showed you was that people are ready to organize and do what needs to be done. Okay? But the military, of course, the government powers are going to push back. So it's going to be chaos and anarchy. See, right now, this is mild, man. All right? So let me get the scripture. 2 Ezra 15 and 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another." A sedition, that's basically when you rise up against the government powers, all right? And the people against the government powers stand up and fighting against them, right? They talked about that during last year with the so-called Trump riots or January 6th riots in 2021, which was basically, a sedition. What they said, that Trump incited sedition, and these people came to the White House and vandalized it, and was in, Nancy Pelosi's office, and, bombarded the place. But, real sedition is what we're seeing happening around the world. And it's going to escalate over here too. Okay, things are going to get crazy. Now it says, "For there should be sedition among men and invading one another." You're going to have people coming in and out of cities, in and out of stores, in and out of houses, all right, in and out of government buildings. It says they shall not regard, so they don't care, right, about the restrictions and laws and things that's being told, being brought down by the leaders. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So it's basically whatever they do, they're going to, basically, it's going to be the people versus the gov, okay? It says a man shall desire to go into a city, and we're seeing that with these different shutdowns and things, okay? But even because of these riots that's going to take place, it says, "and shall not be able." So you're going to try to go from the inner city to outside the city, you won't be able. You're going to try to go from outside the city into the inner city. You're not going to be able, especially as food shortages and hyperinflation goes up. Verse 18, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled." So trouble is coming, especially to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, you being the true Israelites. Our population mainly is surrounded in the metro areas and in the inner city. So these places are going to be troubled because of the calamities that's coming to it. It says the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. And we're in the time of men being afraid. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. So you're going to have that coming and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And we're seeing that in these grocery stores. And it says, and for great tribulation, so great trouble. Now we always talk about the time of Jacob's trouble that's coming. All right. So we're in that prophecy happening right now. We're in that time now. Okay? And this is all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Because this society has to end. Because why? Because the wicked beareth rule. Okay? So this is just a testament, a manifestation of these prophecies happening. And this is, like I say, this is just in the EU. Okay? But the EU is part of what? Is a part of NATO, which is the beast, which America, according to Bible prophecy, is the whore that rideth upon the beast. So it's all going to trickle effect over here to the States. All right? But with that, hope that was edifying. Our praise, glory, and honor is going to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.